So before I get into actually doing stuff, I'm just gonna kind of a run through because I did clean it up a little bit. The desk is not clean. The desk is going to be dealt with. I moved some stuff around just because I did have to vacuum. So a little bit about this room. This is our office spare room. Just gonna spray. Do have a decent scented stuff in here, so I'll kind of go through this, maybe not in super detail, obviously, but we do have to paint at some point because with the litter boxes being here, we do have to paint the baseboards, so we're going to paint the baseboards in this room. We haven't decided the rest of the house, but this room, yes. We're going to eventually paint the walls. Right now, maybe not so much, especially because of the litter boxes. This will probably be the last room painted in our entire house because we do plan on painting our entire house. But with the litter boxes here, we can't. We're hindered in a lot of ways for that. Up here we have our board games and stuff like that, and Matt's old computers, he has to deal with that, so then they can go. Life is actually a game that I grew up with my mom. My mom actually gave it to us. Monopoly and the Blue Trivial Pursuit Matt found at a Value Village, I believe. This entire thing is going to be dealt with, cleared out, cleaned up. This is going to be going because this shelving is actually replacing that. This actually doesn't hold a whole lot due to its sizing, so didn't really work out for us. But that has a new home. You'll see that, and all this stuff is going to get cleaned. Kind of go into why we're going to be keeping boxes, but the boxes are going to be different. So they're not going to be quite like sitting right here. They'll still be here, but they won't be as, I don't know, as pertinent, I guess. I'll kind of go through these cards. So as you see, I am a card hoarder, guys. Card hoarder. Put this there for now. So a lot of stuff actually in here, in this drawer, are, no, this is going to go into a different one. So a lot of stuff in here are important stuff like investments, housing, warranties, instruction manuals. Some stuff we're actually going to have to keep. We're actually going to have to keep because for various reasons of we need it when we move, but all this has to still be gone through. Some of the stuff is not going to be kept. I just kind of sorted it to see what we have. We're going to keep these. We have some seeds. I'm not going to plant them here because I am not that person. So there's these. Yes, I got the Cheerios ones and the ones to attract butterflies. I'm just going to put that away. But yeah, so this entire room, I'm going to start working on it this weekend. So you guys will see part of it. It's not going to be finished, and I will get into that in probably another video. Okay, so serious update. I did not actually record anything while I was doing this. I started to, and then I got, things happened. I got distracted. I just want to go through things, which is fine. You know, you want to go through things, which is good because I sat down and I went through a bunch of stuff. But let me just kind of update you from literally the clip beforehand. So I still have this here only because I don't know where I'm going to put this yet. We're working on Michelle's room a little bit as well. This is going to go next weekend, so we're just going to leave this here. But now, yes, there's a bunch of cords. So I'm just going to do a bit update because I've done basically all of it. Since the last clip, there's a whole bunch done. There's some stuff I'm just looking at going, you know, I kind of want to do that differently, which is fine because it's mostly the bookshelf and that I'm looking at. I'll get into that in the clip. I didn't end up recording doing stuff in here only because A, when one of the things was built, it was late. B, I started recording a little bit and then I ended up stopping because there was just, it wouldn't have been very good because I sat and I went through stuff, and which is fine because I actually didn't anticipate seeing all that, so it was kind of good. So I'll show you guys the room. So when you walk in, there's still, this is Michelle's, still there because we're not sure where we're going to put it. This is our old filing cabinet. It's going to be gone next weekend. None of the floors are cleaned, for the record as well. Despite what it looks like, this is actually stuff we generally need. Just not on a daily basis or a constant basis. So, what? So it's just not a constant basis, but we need it, so it's there. The switch is right there. So this is a huge difference, if you guys had seen it before. So this is basically where I do my makeup. And so I put my Pop Funkos here. They're probably not going to stay here. I don't really know where I'm going to put them yet. Like I said, I'm still working on the bookshelf. And then I have some frames here, and then my computer, obviously. So when it comes to this this shelving unit, oh god, this is a pain. So this is obviously the on daily basis kind of deal. These are just some lips I'm trying to encourage myself to use more. There's some tissues in here. I want to use this palette more. This has the bronzer I use, my powder, and the two blushes I use more. All my brushes, my mascara, concealer, brow stuff, yeah. And then this is what I use. I don't know if you guys have seen my other videos, but I actually brush off my brushes between use to get the excess off, but this is the rest. I gotta start using some of this stuff. Like, I'm gonna start trying to, like, rotate my lips. Well, maybe not necessarily lip, at least, you know, my blushes or some things to try and get through some of this. Oh god, this is so much. And yeah, honestly, a lot of this stuff I'll go through phases where I'll use, like, maybe I'll use this palette more, or I'll use these blushes more, or I'll use Naked palette more. And then I've got my glitters and my highlights. I have a lot, and it's kind of a lot when you look at it. Lip glosses I'll probably end up, and I'll end up tossing. I just kind of want to see where I'm at with the consistency, and this is not really gloss weather, so I can't really make decisions on that when I don't wear it. This next one is more, okay, it's kind of like important stuff in various reasons, like some paperwork, seeds, old checks, I'll put that, yeah, stuff like that. This one is all photos. This is all photos, so this is what I was going through. Eventually I'll scan them. This is all cards for Michelle. From, you know, between her birthdays and the baby shower. You know, I like to keep my cards, guys. Eventually I'm gonna get a, you know, filing, like a photo album for cards. This is like warranties and instruction manuals. This is all tax stuff. I'm gonna have to get like envelopes to separate this because we have to keep our taxes in Canada for 7 years. This is just various stuff. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but right now this is like the cards from our wedding, so I want to get like a shadow box. Some old diaries and notebooks and that. This is Matt's and my cards, so like our varying birthday cards, cards to both of us, cards to one of us. I did have to put in a larger one. It originally was up there. And this bottom one is like car and housing stuff. So I didn't really do much with this except for take the Pop Funkos off. So I'm going to try to probably, you know, rearrange a little bit of this. I don't really know what I'm going to do. As some things I don't really have a whole lot of space to work with. I think eventually we might get like, I don't know, some proper shelving like that. You know, so the Pop Funkos and like these random things we can actually put like on display. Some of my books some of these books actually I'm in the midst of buying them, so I don't want to get rid of the entire series on Kobo. So I don't want to get rid of the entire series until I own the entire series on Kobo, just in case. Some books Matt really likes to keep. Some books I've had him go through. This is not even half of our book collection. But also there's other things down here like Matt's computer books that he doesn't want to get rid of because he does reference them sometimes, but I'm still on him to go through them, so. But yeah, so it's this is going to be more of a process. Up there is nothing has changed, so still our gaming and our electronics. Eventually I'll have my nail polish somewhere else, but until then, here it lies with my empty Mac stuff that I'm going to bring back once I can. Eventually we're going to have to paint, so we're going to have to paint this entire room before I move regardless. We're going to wait until, this room is probably going to be the last room to get painted because of the litter boxes. Mostly because we're going to have to paint the baseboards in here because you can't really see it that well, but there's like discoloration there. That's from a cat peeing, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, it's fairly safe to say it's Angel, but I don't know for sure because I didn't see it. But he's the only one the chances are that would happen. Penny's pretty good. But I mean, it still could be a thing, like accidents happen, whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, so this is the room. Like I said, not much has changed. This is literally the biggest change in this area. These books also, they don't really have a home because it's filling up. And I don't know what Matt wants to do with half this stuff, so. So yeah, I do have more home stuff coming. There's gonna be another video after this. I just don't know how to properly edit, so I'm working on it.